Hey, man, we're sitting here in the mecca of football, Luke. When you were growing up watching Georgia football, did you ever envision yourself calling a game or like a Larry Munson call on a Georgia game?
Well, I would have never went there and tried to replace Larry Munson.
All right.
But, I tell you what, I never would have imagined that I would have gotten to obviously play this stadium, headline this stadium. I never thought that I would get to be on sidelines pregame. Be on the sidelines. There's just so many great memories in this stadium. There's some sadness that's happened too.
There's been more than we should have, right?
Yeah, well, that's just football. But the bottom line is there's been a lot of wonderful memories in this town for me. People forget. When I was really getting my career started, I'd moved to Nashville and I would come play the Georgia Theater. The first time I played it, 100 people were there. Second time I played it, 500. And then next thing you know, for 4 years, I would sell the Georgia Theater out, sometimes multiple nights. Those were giant moments in my life that those were, I'm a young artist with no money, and I get to leave the Georgia Theater with a little money in my pocket and grow my career and Georgia, the state of Georgia, from going to Valdosta and Georgia Southern,
right?
Going to school there. So for my whole career, the state of Georgia has just been the cornerstone of how I was able to get this thing going, and so to be at the heart of what Georgia is in Sanford Stadium is pretty surreal.
Was there ever a spot after you played the Georgia Theater that you guys went to eat or to throw a few back?
Well, where would I have gone? I would never say that. We always had pretty good stuff on the bus. There was always. I'm trying to think of what. There was a sandwich shop we used to go to quite a bit. We'd always hit Weaver D's.
Okay, yeah. I think Weaver D's just closed.
I heard
that.
Yeah,
it just closed after how many years?
I was heartbroken. We should have got an investment group together and kept Weaver D's open. But we would ease in and out of some little bars right around, but like I said, so many memories in this town, and just very surreal to be here.
How much is your tour going to be like the show you're going to do tomorrow night with Jason?
Well, it won't be any, Jason and I, we've integrated a lot of stuff, and my regular tour this year will be quite different, and which is cool. Kind of keeps you on your toes.
Right.
But Jason and I, like I said, we've rehearsed to really make this show kind of specific to this, and it's gonna be fun being up there with him.
I asked Jason before this. I said, I know you guys have known each other forever. There's one question you want to ask Luke. What would it be? And he said, "How do you get your teeth so white?"
Hey, I don't. I've never done any major bleaching. Every now and then about once every 3 months, throw a little white strip in, but that's about it. Just clean living.
That's clean living, yeah.
So my question for Jason is, how does he tolerate tequila shots so well?
I wish I could ask him that and get his response on that. So, I think this is so relatable. Is you're a busy guy, you're a family guy, you got a lot going on. How do you internally, when you miss things with your family because you're so busy, how do you deal with that? Because I have that too, but you're way busier with everything going on.
The only way to really is when you're home with them and make the moments with them really count. Like, my 18-year-old is going through football recruiting, and he's a quarterback, and he and I have gotten to take some recruiting visits. And we came down here to a Georgia practice. We rode the tour bus together. We talked about life and girls and football and the outdoors. And then my 15-year-old is a golfer. He and I, I try to play golf. When he gets out of school, I meet him at the golf course. So, we try to make our time. We do a couple nights at the house where we'll do a cook steak around the grill.
Yeah.
So I could get real down and out about how much I've been gone, but it's just what you sign up for when you launch into this business. I mean, I was telling someone yesterday, I've got some cousins that are coming to the show.
Okay.
That we grew up together, but I don't see them but once every 5 years now or 10 years. And we were just talking about, when you move away from your hometown chasing your dreams, there's I guess collateral damage, and that's it. But you just try to pony up and be a present dad and a present husband and friend as much as you can, and try not to get down and out about it.
Last question: is your son a better golfer than you?
My 15-year-old, I cannot beat him. He is
already.
Yeah, he's 15. I've been working on my game. I'm probably an 8 or 9 handicap, and he's probably a 2 or 3 right now. So he's making it happen.
Hey, thanks for coming by, Luke. I know it was quick, but we appreciate you.
Thank y'all.
Thanks,
Appreciate it.
man.